Hey everybody, what's going on? What I'm going to go over right now are the precious metals, giving a few small equations to them to give them more of a form. We see words as words with their own form, as gold is, the color is gold. What can you say about it? It's soft, it's made up of different elements. How deep can you get? But the majority of the people on this planet, in order for all of us, or a good majority, to understand, it's better to go by basics. No complicated x equals y. No. We have to start at the rock bottom. Let's learn one piece at a time, and we have to make it exciting. Otherwise, who wants to be here? And who has time when we need food in the fridge? We have to pay the electricity. In fact, I should shut those lights off right now. Perhaps I should shut them all, right? Usually I don't have the lights on, no excuse. I do now, and now they're off. This is where I'd like to be right now. Some galactic seated area with the right music, the right vibrations, and the right people who want to know more, and I want to know more. I want to know more about the zodiac so that I could portray my own understanding. And what I mean by my own understanding is that when I get to work words, and I know situations, and I know items that go with the situation, and I know every item somehow, if I'm blind, I'll touch it in Braille, it'll have dots. So that'll be my equation. If it has a word, I'll use the word. It's numeric value. How do you get a numeric value? There's the Hebrew, where every letter, it gets its certain number. There's Chaldean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And ironic to that, in Chaldean, right now I'm working on gematria. I'm creating an equation, and there is one very easily. In fact, I'm just going to give you a simple one. In gematria, BK and R are in the, BK and R are under the 2 house, right? Becomes 229. 2931. So there's a math equation right here. There's only, this is the creation. 1 and 1, which is 2, which is nothing more until it's multiplied by itself, and then added, equaling to what is 2 and 1. 9 is your result because it is 10, which is A, B, C, D, because you cannot create from this item over here. From this item and this item, we began to create 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 equals 1 and 2, 3. 13, 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 is 3 and 4, 7. So 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 is 1 and 2, 3. 1 and 3, 1 times 3, 1 plus 3. See what the way we went from here backwards this way, and then we went backwards this way, and then we came over here to 7 instead of going forwards. So now how do we get to another number? Not all numbers are calculated, have a calculation. So I'm just looking if there's any perfect numbers. I know that 5 times 2, 5 plus 2. So now I'd be using these two. Will equal to 10 and 17, and they're in the same house, Earth. We have to create and understand equations. There's a man on first, 2 outs. Well, if we play it by the base of baseball, and there's a man on first, we're going to revert to T-ball. So A is struck out, and every strikeout is counted as 3. In T-ball, it can be counted as what? 3 strikes. No matter what, you swing 3 times, you're out. It's T-ball. So we have to go to the basics because we are the children of the Creator. Just give me 1 second. So now we have that situation. We also have Chaldean. We have to make it fun. So let's go to the basics, okay? There are no men on base. There's 9 players for one team. There's 9 players for the other team. One team is called the home team. The other is the visitors. So therefore, we have 2 fields, the home and the visitors and the space in between. 3 balls, 4 strikes, DC, CD. Is it a CD-ROM? Is it a repeat? Or are we living in the DC world? From the AC to the DC, the red and the black. What is blue? What is red? What is black? What happens? How do you mix them up? Every color has a number. Every number is the number of either the paint coordinate or the mixture, which is going to have a mixture of another color and a number. And then every color has a number because the word, let's say mix, is 13, 9, and 24. 13 and 9 is 22, is 46. 22 and 24 is the dog and the life of the cat. So we continue on. So the action pitch of 3 balls and 2 strikes, that's the action pitch. 3 and 2. So everything comes into play once you pass 3 and 2. It's either 4 and 2, you're on first base. First, best, last, test, rest. All the words that go along with EST, running to the east, running to the west. W added on to east is 23 added on. Your creation comes into 23, which is 11, the factor of 11. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 equals to 1 and 2 equals to 3. It took 11 to create it. And to look back, we can look in the game of pool where the 11 ball is red and so is the 3 ball, which is made from alpha beta. So that's the base creation, is your 11. Another thing about 11, I'm also working on, we have to look at these words, their similarities, their differences. I also did this yesterday. Anytime you say yes, you go Ken. If you go Ken, you go a Barbie. So if you're going Ken and Barbie, you're going to dolls, you're going to doll-or. The ending of the word dollar or doll-or, meaning gold, instead of O-R, it's now A-R. The other one is this one, our precious metals, and the equations that are in with these precious metals. So now in baseball, what happens, oh, I didn't get that number, right? Here. Right over here. How do you create the 45 Fox? It is D4A1, AD. 1 times 4, D4. 1 plus 4, E5. What are the letters? DEAD. Those are the letters. The Fox pass. That's the house we run into. So again, it doesn't matter if it's 1 and 2. Think about the fowl. Think about the chicken. It doesn't matter if it's 2 and 1 or 1 and 2 or 2 and 2. 2 and 2 is life. You still have life at 2 and 2. But once it's 3 and 2, you have a full house. You also have a full count. You also have a set and a pair. A set being 3 and a pair being 2. The action pitch comes on the next pitch. It's either going to be 33, you're out. But in this world, it was Jesus. Creation of the sun, 6 and 9. If the percentage sign, the dividing of the 00, 8. The artwork will show you this. I'm going to show you it after. So it's either 4 and 2. The percentage sign, or how about 9 and 6? Everything is a skeleton. Everything is a skeleton. So it's 3 and 2. It's 2 and 2. It's 2 and 1. It's 1 and 1. It's 1 and 0. It's 1 and 0. It's all the above. And then the result, it's either 4 and 2, right? Or it's going to be 3 and 3. And this one you're out, and this one you walk. And then this one equals to 1 and 0. This one equals to 2 and 1. This one equals to 3 and 2. This one equals to 4 and 4. This one equals to 6 and 5. This one equals to 6 and 9, equals to 15, equals to 1, equals to 3, equals to 5, equals to 8, equals to 11. This is what happens when we come out. A, C, E, H, K. It looks like a shek, a kek. Ace, HK, heaven's creation. This over here is that full count. Here is going to be the walk, and it's going to be 6 and 8 equals to 14 N. So this is, the out is O, the walk is N, the total is 29 from 14 and 15. 1 and 5, 6, 1 and 4, 5. 3.14152965, that's pi. And when you're out, you are 6, and when you walk, you're 5. Now, if we finish the equation, it's 5 and 4, and 6 and 5. And if you take a look at the calculator, it's 4, 5, and 5, 6, 9, 11. And that's what happens to the average between coming up to the plate and striking out. But the thing in life is once you get into life, you're on base, and then you're out. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Yeah, so we have to make it fun. Now, if it's baseball, it's 9 innings. And I have 2 languages. I'm from Quebec. When we go into the 9th inning, and the home team is leading, they don't go to bat. There's no more offense in the 9th once they're leading. Now, the home team can never be on the road because then it would be the road team. And to write the word visitor, it almost looks like 5-1 saying Mars, because that's the numeric value for Mars. You can also do that. So we're talking about somewhere up north, LG1, right? Because LG1 is where all the water is, somewhere up north. Everything run out of the water, right? Let the water flow. I call that Mars. This is number 51. And in Rubik's Cube, or on the calculator, you have one area in the 5 position. Or you have 4 areas surrounding with what is one area. Noting that this is the inside area, and Jesus and Moses and Noah, since they were builders and all floated on water with 2 things in common, I would say this value is the entirety of all the 4. 1 equals to 4. A 4 for 1 for 4 exchange. You know, when they were all coming out calling for Dalmar, right? They were calling for Dalmar number 3. There are 9. We can play the cube of 4, the window, or we can play it with a window and a door. How do you want to create that cube, right? You want to create it that way? Or how about just let's create a heart. We'll create 1 heart there, and then we'll go underneath, and we'll create another heart over here. And in the center, we create the 5 position. Unless this is the 4 window, because it's made in the 4 window. But Raphael, if we did it in the bigger window, right, then we would have to, where would be the, what did I just do to create this? I either would bring it into here, then the other one would be here. So here would be 4, 2, 2, 1. This would be different scenarios on how this 9 setup would work. Then I can move this up here, or I can move this over here. But every time it moves 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 4 times it's going to move, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, equaling to 36, plus the formation in itself, 9. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. From all the sports, number of periods in a hockey, 12 minutes and a quarter of basketball. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Cut that video a little short and add that on to it. That's the, you know, and then we've got games on the floor. Mathematical equations. Thank you for watching this video.